Is there anybody in here that's ready for God to restore some things in your life?
Yes.
Is there anybody in here that's sick and tired of the locusts, the cankerworm, the palmer worm, and the caterpillar that's continually to pull from you? Well, I got you know that the only qualification is you got to make a decision right where you are to cry out unto the Lord. I just need everybody to jump to your feet and just shout this, Lord, help me. I need you to shout again, Lord, help me.
Lord, help me.
Lord, help me unlocks a breakthrough in your life that you're never going to be able to prophesy on. A Lord, help me literally says, God, I can't do it by myself. You may be seated. So, sanctify yourself. Fast, which means deny your flesh.
Yes, Lord.
Deny the thing that's been moving you. Call a solemn assembly in the house of the Lord, and then now cry unto God. There's so many of us that's been crying out to folk. Which is the reason why we depend on people to get us out of something. See, there's stuff that you got yourself into that only God is going to be able to get you out. So sometimes you in it and you don't even know how to get out. So you got to pray for courage. You got to pray for a strategy. Because you in so deep. Anybody ever seen the movie In Too Deep? But sometimes you can get so undercover in it that before you know it, your disobedience is leading you down a road of destruction. So now he says, sanctify them. Call a solemn assembly. Fast and cry unto the Lord. Now, once they got there, the story starts to shift. But see, most of us don't experience restoration because we don't operate in obedience first. We continue to half obey even after we get a word like this. After a word like this, or after you hear certain testimonies, you still say, but I'm going to do it my way. Well, I came to let you know you can do it your way. And if you do it your way, you'll still be on the Christian maintenance program instead of the kingdom elevation program. Lean on somebody and say, I want to get on the elevation program.
I want to get on the elevation
See,
program.
when you want to get on the kingdom elevation program, and you don't want to exist anymore as a Christian. See, there's too many Christians just walking around existing. Which means your life still look the same in 2018 as it did in 2012.
Come on now. That's right.
Come on.
But you've been quoting this all your life. He restored the years. Yeah, but see, until you operate in obedience, all you'll be able to do is to see it with your eyes. But you will not be able to behold it in your dwelling. Which means you will see the blessing. You'll see restoration. You'll see deliverance. You'll see healing. But somehow it's not making it to your house. But when you make up in your mind that I've been in this thing long enough, I'm tired of the enemy taking so much stuff from me, and I'm ready to maximize my kingdom living, and I'm ready now to be evicted from my Christian maintenance program, God will show up in your life like you've never seen before. So now, Preacher Joel take us over to chapter number 2, where he discussed all the things that we had gone through, all the things that we have lost. But then verse number 24 says it like this. It's very interesting. Joel says, and the floors shall be full of wheat, and the fats shall overflow with wine and oil. Hold on. So you're going to go from that which the palmer worm has left and had the locust eaten, and that which the locust had left and the cankerworm. So you're going to go from losing everything to jumping clean into overflow. Somebody shout overflow. See, this is the reason why you know, First Lady, it doesn't take God all day. Chapter number 1 was a chapter of loss, but chapter number 2 was a chapter of restoration. So verse 25 says, and I will restore to you the years.
Yes, my Lord.
He didn't say, boy, I'm trying to keep from running. Clean down that hole. He didn't say I'm going to restore the, oh, clean. Yeah, I'm straight from Alabama. Listen, he didn't say I'm going to restore the stuff. See, some of us are looking for our stuff to be restored. He said, I'm not just going to restore your stuff, Brother Randall, but I'm going to restore the year. Brother Brandon, that means all the pain, all the tears, all the despair, all the stuff you had to go through. I'm going to restore the year as if it never happened. So Romans 8 drives it home like this. He says the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory that shall be revealed in. See, glory has to be revealed.
Yeah, glory has to be revealed.
Suffering is concealed.
Yeah.
Hallelujah.
That's right.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, the suffering, most people, they think they see your suffering, but they can see it on the outer level. They really don't know what the struggle is. I tell you what I want you to know about it. But see, what I love about God is he said, listen, I'm going to bless you so good, Shaggy, that when I reveal the glory, while everybody else is talking, I need another revelation, God is trying to make you a revelation. I'm not looking for him to give me another one. I need him to reveal himself through me. The glory that shall be revealed in you. But Joel says, we'll restore the years. Now for me, that's deep. Because there was a lot of pain attached to some years. And how many of you know that pain will age you? Any real saints in here? How many of you know that suffering will age you?
Right.
Yeah, you feel like you didn't age 10 years in 6 months. But he said, listen, I'm going to go back and I'm going to eradicate the pain. Because the pain damaged you. The despair damaged you. The rejection damaged you. But I'm about to restore that Mustang. I need you to hear. He said, I'm going to restore the years that the locust has eaten. The cankerworm and the caterpillar and the palmer worm. Now, remember, restore means to be brought back in a greater condition than its original state. Remember, the Mustang was only worth about $100 in 1950. But once it walks through the process and get in the right hands, somebody who didn't value the Mustang at $100 will sell it to somebody else who placed value on it. I'm going somewhere with this. So now all you got to do is submit yourself to God for real. And you become a part of the potter's wheel. And so now that process of the Mustang now allows somebody to understand its value and says, now I'm going to invest. See, you've got to understand that God has invested in you. He's not just going to restore you just because it's a word. He's going to restore you because he's invested in you. He sent his only begotten son to die for you. He invested in you. He gave you the Holy Ghost, so he invested in. See, when you understand the level of investment, now you see why it's got to happen. Why don't you lean on somebody and tell them it's got to happen?
Got to happen.
See, when you understand it's got to happen, there are certain things that become non-negotiable. I'm no longer going to read Joel 2 as if that belongs to somebody else, but I'm going to read it, and when it says, I will restore the year, I don't just want my stuff restored. No. But some of that pain and turmoil and tragedy, it took some years off my life, God. So God said, I'm not just going to give you a marriage. I'm not just going to give you a family. He said, but I'm going to restore all the years that you lost along the way. Everything that you lost, I'm going to give it back to you. See, when you understand that, now you start to read the scripture a little bit different. So the Bible says it like this. He says, everything that you lost, you're going to get it back. And he says, and ye shall eat in plenty.
Eat in plenty.
So I'm going from losing everything. I'm going from losing everything to eating in plenty. See, they got this system called like this. It's called the land of not enough, the land of just enough, the land of
More than enough.
Enough, yeah.
and the land of more than enough. So it appears that if I'm in the land of not enough, the next phase should be the land of just enough. But see, this is how you know that when you embrace God and the fullness of what He is, He'll change your story from one chapter to the next. I need you to hear, that's a good place to shout right there, because you think because your suffering took years that your restoration process is going to take years. But Joel says if you just learn how to sanctify yourself, if you learn how to assemble yourself and call upon the name of the Lord, there's a salvation that's coming to your house. And I'm not talking about the kind of salvation that just causes you to go to heaven, because salvation means to be removed from impending danger. See, some of us have been going through a relationship, but it's been dangerous. Some of us have had financial difficulties, but it's been dangerous. Some of us are having family problems, but it's been dangerous. But see, when God gets ready to restore you, He will jump you clean from the land of not enough. You'll go past the land of just enough. You'll go past the land of enough. And you go clean past the more than enough. I stopped by just to tell 3 or 4 of you all today that if you learn how to obey God for real, somebody shout for real. I'm not talking about the kind of obedience that looks like obedience on Sunday, but by Sunday evening I'm doing it my way. I'm not talking about the kind of obedience where you're still going back and forth, sweet water and bitter water coming out of the same fountain. I'm not talking about the kind of disobedience where you're tossed to and fro with every wind and doctrine. You're disobeying today because you're connected to the wrong person. You're disobeying today because you didn't allow the word to settle on good ground. See, one of the ways to know that the word may have fell by the wayside, the word may have fell on stony ground, and the word didn't fall on good ground, is when you can go from obeying on Sunday morning to disobeying on the way home.
Yes, Lord.
So the Bible says that He says, I'm going to restore the years, and ye shall eat plenty and be satisfied. Whoa! So He's going to take you from the place where you don't have nothing to a now that you in plenty and satisfied. Are there any saints in here that's ready to be satisfied? Yeah, there was an old song that say, I'm satisfied with Jesus. See, God's getting ready to restore your years when you're getting ready to eat plenty for real. And the Bible says that after you're satisfied and praise the name of the Lord your God. See, one of the ways to know that you've been connected with plenty is don't nobody have to pump and praise you anymore. Don't nobody have to give you directions on how to praise. Don't nobody have to say clap your hands and stomp your feet. Don't nobody have to say wave your hands or lift your dance. So when you learn how to praise God for real and you're walking through your process of restoration, you'll have to say, Pastor, hold my mule. I'm going to praise God anyhow. He's been too good to me. I'm going to praise God anyway. They wasn't there, Pastor, when we were on our way to divorce court. I'm going to praise Him anyhow. They wasn't there when I got the eviction notice. I'm going to praise God anyway. They wasn't there when the doctor gave me a bad bill of health. And I'm going to praise God anyway. So one of the ways you know that you're in the process of being restored is you're going to enter the land of plenty and you're going to start praising God. Now the Bible says it like this, and I'm getting ready to close. He said that had dealt wondrously with you. See, some of us believe that Satan was a part of the locust, that Satan was a part of the cankerworm, that Satan was a part of the palmer worm. But the Bible says I have dealt with wondrously, which means God said I allowed you to disobey so that I could allow that stuff to happen, and I dealt with it it didn't feel wonderful when I was losing everything. It didn't feel wonderful when everybody was rejecting me. It didn't feel wonderful when they were turning their back on me. But he said, listen, I dealt with you wondrously, and with you, and my people shall never be ashamed. Now, this is where we shift for the last time. I need you to grab your neighbor about a third time and say, neighbor, first the restoration, then the revival. See, some of us, we've been talking about revival, but revival is premature. Revival is not coming until restoration hit. That's the reason why God has got to develop your testimony. That's the reason why God has got to elevate you in the kingdom. That's the reason why God is going to allow His glory to be revealed in you. Well, preacher, how do you know that? As I get ready to close, verse number 26 said, after I restore the years, and it shall come to pass afterward. See, too many of us shouting it prematurely. Come on. We talking about revival. And God says, I'm going to send restoration first. That's the reason why you've been going through what you've been going through. Because He got to restore some years, right? Yes, so it says it like this. And I promise you I'm getting ready to close. It says, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh. See, there's a level of restoration that has to happen that activates the pouring out of the power of God. We've been trying to talk about pouring out His Spirit, and He said you hadn't gone through the first process yet. I got to restore some stuff first. Once I restore it and the kingdom's testimonies look like the God that we talk about, now we don't have to worry about revival, because people going to start coming to you like crazy. They're going to see that your stuff got restored and you're still maintaining your look. People ever come up to you and be like, wow, you don't look that old.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah. And then when you start telling them, yeah, I don't look like what I've been through. Yeah, I don't look like that I was having suicidal and depression. I don't look like that I was dark. I don't look like that I was thinking about throwing in the towel. I don't look like. But see, when you've been restored, God has a way now of your countenance. It's not about being conceited, but it is about being confident. Lean on somebody and say confident. Being confident goes like this. I've been through hell and high water, but I believe in the New Testament says it like this: being confident of this very thing, that He that hath begun a good work shall perform it until the day of Jesus Christ. Why don't you lean on your neighbor for the last time and shake their hand like you're going to shake it off and say, neighbor, if He started it, He's got to finish it. If He begun it, He's got to complete it. So it says after restoration, then comes the revival. So now we go over to Acts chapter 2, verse number 17. Luke brought it up again, and he said, listen, we're getting ready for the day of Pentecost, but I want to remind you of what Joel said. And Joel said that afterwards, that I will pour my spirit out on all flesh. Abundant life, I came to encourage you that restoration is happening, and next is the revival. God has spent 4 years developing some stories. He spent 4 years restoring some years. Now it's time for the revival. Revival means to be brought back to life. There's been some stuff in your life that's been dead. There's some stuff in your life that's been dormant. There's been some stuff in your life that you want to throw in the towel on. Well, I came to scream from the mountaintop that it's time for revival. It's time to get up. It's time for bigger kingdom builder that God has called you to be. Make it up in your mind today that from September 2nd, 2018, I'm never going to be on the Christian maintenance program, but I'm about to enroll in the Kingdom Elevation program, which means from today, I'm going to seek the kingdom of God first. From today, I'm going to take care of God's business. From today, I'm going to treat my wife right. From today, I'm going to obey my supervisors. And that's putting the kingdom first. Say it! Say it! Say it! Listen, if you're in this house right now, and you believe that this word is directly from you, I believe that there's an anointing been set right here. And I'm not going to lay my hands on anybody, but I'm opening up this area right here for all those that's ready for the years to be restored. Yeah, Lord, I've been going through this.